International Day of Persons with Disabilities mang tura local zong te sibai kan buk zewa voina kan minister kunari green kan hunte bin man pui theya kan lom de ni tuna chuan hun sel mang turin pastor evel hi thanga Dawrpui pastor bial tu kan soma khoma takin se chalo so sera
Ini kami koi mau ben, kita bangin pun kan siang rembe, sekarang kamu kan briefing program siang pakak, kita tahu kan cuma siapa tahu kan ini ini, mara jo lagi apa kalau oh ania kita ngai koi mau bebok siap, kan siang rembe, kamu ini. Perhatian tu lemai aku, cincin ham, marga siap, bungkum jam serina, kangian, perhatian tu lemai aku. Ini suatu azin internet, di lama cuan angkal bobak, in gali ram atangin kuitam, tapi anji tak in atil tiro puisia tu anjiatin. Mizoram atrante, Jerusalem kuwa atrante, Idumai ram atrante, Jordan ram atrante, Turale Sidon Khover atrante in Mipuitam tak anhena anlong kalbe in Mipui abang cuman atan longle buat sakturin azirtir atila. Jutilaw cuman minet buai tak angin atila. Mitam tak api dam do abangin cucuan na ni apiangin ama ande naturin anbo kuaya ram kuai bol no te poin ama cu anbo apiangin amma a bokupin nang patian papa cu ini diin an au krina in ani cuan acan cincu kualo tu anhena atikat zela patian hena itong rai nang pa dan patian idu taka isiam dan ni min pangai ma bible kantana thatura kong tinrenga min tho sat pude kan hu ani avaro kui amai ro chu khovela he har satna la khen theina na na thang te a oma thila hial te kan la to theina mula ro ku chuan nom zong kan ni the hau lo kan du ang po in kan om thei lo ani kan du ang po in kan biang thei bo thei lo nu le pa pa in fa te du ang e kan rim thei vet hau lo in kim i thun huai om ani in o de sila in ang oi lo biang ve po ni la nang ma ngai te kan ni e ko ve la biang ve tu ra min ruat chan kan poi mo na ropui tak chu a om nge yang ropui na tila na tu man ruat ko aloni ange middle bible kan hu pian terata middle te po tu vange tu ti sual vange ama sual na vange ni anu le pa sual na vange ni te anti lima se lagi suat chan na chu ama sual bang ko ni lo nu le pa sual bang ko ni lo pathian ro puina tila na tu ani so ati ani so tiang chuan kan ong sia tuna kan min hun thau ko hi nang maro puina tila na tu along so kang olal pa kan pathian kung tiang ti turin mani din hun ถ้าองค์เสียงเทตุระมินจิรตีกันประตูเองนูเลปาตะโปผมเขียมตุระมินจิรตีกันประตูเองนังมาอัตระทิลไงตัวทิลขีดเขียมเทตุรินผมไม่ตะกินหวยนี่อ่ะก็เห็นกันในรูปนี้ทารสักเท่าไหร่เจเฮลีหวยโมตะกันพันนั่นเฮียนนังมามินเชียเจียนดีเรจิวลสละอีกไม่ฟ้าเตกันนิเซียเตมินเชียดีเรสละนักกินจวนนังมาริมตูนังมามีเตตานามุนจิบัวไซคนเทียงหิมฮารุอุยพุทธสักโลกจตวันกินกันอมหุนาจวนหาสันนากันในโตโดนโลรวมจงส่งกันในโตโดนนัดในมินติป่วยโตโดนโลบิดเดียร์นะเอโมเดียนส่วนช่างเนี่ยโมมินติป่วยที่โตโดนโลนังมาอังชูมามินกวางตัวโตอามาไงตะกินนักินทุกจักินมินเจละมามินกายมารวมจงกันในโตโดนจุลังจุขีเทียมที่ตัวปอินกันเรียนรู้กันไม่ตัวนั่นเองนังมาละเนี่ยละไม่เหี่ยวสังเจโอเลปาเฮงหาสัตนะตักษากันโตเต็มเอรหิจูที่ยันกันขีจินจินะตีดำเตกันตัวกันตุ้มปุกะขบเวตีสาเอลินายพอินนันช่างที่ดำตีกันเชียตัวน่ะบทไว้บทเยี่ยมพิมกันจูเอกันเชียชัวอันนี้โอเลปากันปะเทียนเฮงที่โตปากันโทเวกันเดหิมังโสมละดำนะกันโลจันเทนดูร์พอินอีโคไมนะกันดีอันนี้เฮงกุมาอินเปตักเตเอ็นโคลตูเตทาโปนังอินติจักละเร็มเชียนเตในดีเสละบางไงตักอันมองตักเอ็นโคลไงเอ็นโคลอันโตเนี่ยเอ็นโคไงนะบางไงนะอัฐารินในดีละเร็มเชียนเตเทนเตนังอินเปเซลบุกมาเซเฮบุนาเฮียนอิโรปุยนะโลลังชวกสละนังมามินไทตีตูโลนิโรเซอิสุคริสตาหินกันดีนะเจอาเมน
เรื่องแรกเราดิ้งทางสมัครกันโนเมคุณอาสวานีกันขวาชากันโทตูเตเนี่ยนะอินลงนั้นที่เปียกันกันหัวเห็นประมาณเนี่ยนะนั่นกันหาโดนนักกันขวาเลียนกันขวาสะอมผู้เล่นหุ่นด้วยผู้เล่นหุ่นด้วยแล้วก็เด็กเล่นดิ้งทางเรียนด็อกเตอร์เราเข้ามาเยี่ยมที่เนี่ยนะกันหาโดนนั่นเองกันที่เปียปวดเป็นช่วงเราซอยดูละเห็นที่เปียมีเด็กสักตัวยันที่เราเรียนดิ้งกันสวัสดี Joint Director Social Welfare กันโซบังอ่ะเข้ามาที่กินเห็นกันที่เปียกันตัวเดียนที่กระบอกไล่ชุดมันจะมีเราดิ้งไม่เสร็จละกันไว้กันคุณพนักงานกันขวาเลียกันมินิสเตอร์สองตักเรียนดิ้งคุยที่เปียกันคนขนมซอยโรตีละอันสูงWalian dan Minister Zong tak pindah kui Anomet Kaksuan kan kual Zong di bandar di Mizoram State Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities. Kuala Mundu Additional Secretary Social Welfare Women and Child Development. Ming kama Dawrpui Pastor Multipurpose Centre kani Dr. Kumayi Assistant Director and CEO SELCO Directorate of AYUSH. Katisong kani Tuna Swan in Lumutu, Voida and Hunman Sante, keynote address, a welcome speech, so Turin, Pulal Nunlua, Additional Secretary, Social Welfare, Women and Child Development, and also Maku.
International Days of Person with Disabilities. Mambora, and Ministers of Social Welfare, Women, Child Development in Santo, in Kuwait, and Commissioner PWD, Department of Disabilities.
Kan partner le stakeholder zong te department danga tranga helai hun mang tura local zong te kan Mizoram te SELCO NILD ALIMCO le venia he hun mang tura ronkal vo big zong te vo in International Day of Persons with Disability mang tura local ho in zavain he vo big nia hian vo big chibai kabuk cheu ani kumenga machan chu kan rama po hian NGO le department tran ho na in he ni hi kan mang ve ta zela ma kan son hle ni te point alanga alom om tak zet ani sarkarin he ni hi angai poi mo a helama hian ma chhop lian zok a siam zel hi thilom om le ram changkang kan ni theina na thil poimo ber te zinga mi ani a khotlanga pui ngai ber te vo bik te kan ni a hetiang ang pui ngai le tran pui ngai ber te hian ma kan son lo chuan ram ma son na hi khai rual thei thin lo ti kan hreo me tin vo big pathian in ramin vo big dan chi sang a oma kan dan te po kan nat dan te po a in ang lowa chuti lai chuan kan tran ruala thu khat wa tran ho hi atul le meya keima ni chunga in el rel na le in be na te om lowa kan tho tlan apoi mo tak zet ti voin ne hian ka soi do a he hun kan manna voin ne hian thilom om tak chu kan partner agency te ne na thil hlim om tangkai le hun zalen tak kan mang thei tur hi ni a hei hian kan thom hre phak te tan awareness te thataka siam kan bei sei tak zet ani voin ne hian program hlim om tak kan nei thei don ni in ka hria kan vo big te po himidang te po in lo hria se zorama PWD te ta na paradis siam hi kan Christian na nen po thilin me tak ani a Christian kan ni nang po a kan rong bol na poi mo berte zinga mi ni ti kha thar le ila a tha nge ti chuan a to bera chuan venia helai huna local zong te atharin ka lo lom le chowa ming merakan lam lo te po kha an omin karinga lam kim vek te ahara ainga po chuni se inza vai chunga lom thu ka soya ka lo welcome chowa lim taka veni mang turin du sakna ka hlan cheu ni e ka lo me
Pulal Nunlua, Additional Secretary Social Welfare Development sunga lom thu kan soye nitsina khanin inlom na thil pek kan pek tur zinga khan kan official zinga poimo tak mai hlan lo kan laneya tuna hian kan chhunzom lokanga khongai takin a hlan turin pikerelin ming than zwali joint director khongai takin lo ding chhuak le meta sela pizonun thari pitharte yi khongai takin lo ding sela thil pek kan han hlana nge Pizonun Thari kan Joint Secretary Social Welfare Women and Child Development Department ani kan lo me tuna chuan thu soi kan ngai tha anga ngun dewina thu soi te ngai thak a thein kan lo tum don nia pi vanlal diki sai lo voin kan hun man na ta na kan khwal za om Mizoram State Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities thu soi turin i lo so mang kan kut te ring dewina malom na ni lo beng te u
International Day of Persons with Disabilities. In Java in Chibai kan buk nan leng chu hei vo in hi ropui ka ti kum tlua na kan nga lel rual ban lo te ni International Day of Persons with Disabilities kum sang ni som ni panga mang tura local te hei kan thanem hle in ka ria lom om ka ti kum dang man dewa te kha chuan tlem te kan kal thin tu nei ro chuan kan sarkar te le India ram sarkar te Mizoram sarkar te khovel pum puya po he ni hi kan ngai poi mo tolani ti hi alang chianga he alom om ka ti kalom tak seta mersiat te in tam alom om ka ti voinia hian program thatak tak te kan nei do na he kan thupuya tang hian kan thethiam mai in karinga rual ban lo kan ti te vo bik te hi an tel lo chuan khovel hi anuam lovani akim lovani chuwang chuan keini ho tel lo hian Mizoram po hi anuam lo chuwang chuan kan society ya kan rama ti thei tam tak kan nei keima ni ya pathianin thil tam takada te tipung zel turin society khotlang nuam siam turin kan zawain mo kan phura chumia chuan abik takin nu le pa te le kan vo big te en kol tu school zirtir tu te le hey society en tam tak NGO te po kan nei in na tho hi alom om ka ti he hi khove na angai sa na ni thil poi mo ani miawa wangin tuna hian abik takin khove ram sang sanga te India rama ngei po rual ban lo kan ti te zinga po din mun poi mo tak lwa tam takan omani kumhasa loka kan CCPD Chief Commissioner India rama rual ban lawa kan ho to pa ber po middel Mizoram ate po local kha tin department sang ate po atop te pon kan rama ngei po kan sarkar ten na poi mo taka kan keima ni mi le sa te kan vo big te anda to ni chuwang chuan department tin hi tu na kan lwa khat to Mizoram department sanga PWD rual ban lo te kwata alu to hi za pali kan nei to ni chung zinga chuan officer te group A group B C D khang song kha kanom to ni chuwang chuan voinia hian abik takin kan vo big te pon in ria ta na ka du chu nang ni po hi nakina chuan kan ram ta ni mi tangkai in la ni do na ni contribution tam tak nei turin chak na in nei thiam na in nei to tu na ka thu sei po in reflect to hei ringot po hi mason na ni tun ma chuan thu kan soya ma se interpreter kan nei lo tu na chuan mizoji nga po qualified mithiam pasari kan nei to ni du hun hona ko thei tur kan nei to chutiang chuan kan zirtir tu te min en kol tu na an ma nang ma ni en kol tu te po hi qualified tak mithiam tak an nei ti te kha in ria tanga ya tin tu na in zirlai school nau pang abikin special school mi gilit special school nau pang te shining star te efatha te redeem te khang nau pang le mundang dang atanga local gosen lamen local em shelomin local em kachiang lova serchip te kolosip te nang ni tan po khan thil tam tak zir tu ro kan sarkar te kan ho tu te nan ngai to zel don ani chuwang chuan nang mani ba ka chung kwa le khotlang le ram ta na thil tam tak contribution nei thei turin chance in la nei ni ti ta kha in riat ka do hei abik takin interpreter te po Mizoram te po sign language interpreter institution enge mani te po din do nila deaf an ngai nang ni tel loina theilo chuwang chuan Paul Somin pas sanga class 12 ten pas khuna khan phaya in ju training anga kum ni ve din ron chua ka nga helaya na poimo takin ngak cheuti ta kha in ria tangai ni tuna hian hei kamel ria te po in tam maya trăng kai tak tak in đi to ti ka sia na tha tak tak te po in mu in la mu zel do na chumi pia lama chuan ma ni in chung khura te nu le pa te tran pui lama te kong sang sanga ma ni ke nin dinga nga society tan khotlang tan mi tangkai ni turin in bua sai turani tin nang ma ni kha in lo in hunya mange in ropui lutuk abik takin voina phei chuan kan VIP in ni ti te kha kan puang non do ni ti chuan voin kan hun pui kan kha lel em December ni thum hi kan zawain hlim taka mang turin abik takin voina local te ke ma ni le kan minister zom tak te tiamin chibai ka bok chaw du sak na ka hlan chaw kalome
Pivanel digi sailo kan khwal som chunga lom thu kan soya PWD te tana mimal le tuna atho mek na anin pek na lom thu kan soya tin nasale zwala ma min lak puizel tur po in kan som bokani zai kan ngai thachep to ama bia ki sai ma bia ki patsuaw kan som do na zai turin a local chwa chungin tuna kan khwal zom ina aron soilan ta kang khan voina sign language interpreter duom tak chale thiam tak tak kan neya chung chu kan introduce anga kabul cha ding he ama hi pi miriam lal limpui sai lo ama lom nan ku ti lo beng ti ang lom thu soina ani pa boka pilal rem sangi om chuang khongai takin loading se pilal rem sangi omem in hnuai lama te po an chul buai ani mei theya pilal rem sangi om lo chuan pizir moi om chuang khongai takin loading se pizir moi omem pilal nun moi om chuan loading sela pilal nun moi kan shilok cha lo wangin in hnuai lama achulang ang buai puin an lo omani theya amaro chu an mingte han tar lan nge kha kan du sia pirodi lal than zwali om chuan loading sela pirodi lal than zwali pilal chuan moi alo mo me kan lo me pusai zam puya pusai zam puya anni hi o stall lampanga duty tura ruat anni wangin stall lambuai puin an lo ompone me theye an zawai chunga hian voina lom thu kan soyani tuna chuan zai turin ma bia ki pachwa wi lo somang u
le zawain chibai le pathian la kan sanga a thei khan min lo som don ya o min lo sak puya nga ti ro ku ten lo be nga mo khopui thar ti la kan sang chiang lo lal pa khopui thara chiang to a ro pui don mange ka sha de ne ni chuan sing mi an ta he kan bayang ring nun chau chang hia hay hian min thâu lệ chi khó bùi thar khi cái tan ani lung ngay sung ma bu vang isi ere na te ka phak ta ta to ang ka phak chin ka lang pa ka thi bang long khó bùi thar khi lung du te lai tua lên là khi su ta ka han mu ang ka lon na ti kim tu ka tlang tu min mangai tu chu cái thi bang lâu khó bùi thar khi nung du te lai tua lên là khi su ta ka han mu ang ka lom na ti kim tu ka tlang tu min mangai tu chu ta ropui bero se lo me
ma bia ki patsuaw zai moi takin min oya kan lom tak zet ani tuna chuan thu soi toy kan ngai thak chun zo manga Dr. SELCO ral the Assistant Director and CEO State Medicinal Plans Board Directorate of AYUSH thu soi turin lo so mang u
kan khwalian Social Welfare, Women and Child Development le Health and Family Welfare Minister ni bok pilarin pui kan khwal zaom kan Commissioner ni bok kha alo kan lo ni mai thia kan Additional Secretary Social Welfare, Women and Child Development pu lalnun thara tin Mizoram State Commissioner for Persons with Disability pi vanal di kisai lo te hun sermak tu kan Reverend pu F lalming thanga te Social Welfare Department da officers sang te SELCO le ALIMCO te NILD le sarkar officers local te le he program lotlin nanam bipui local khom zong te baka abik takin persons with disability vo in ni nei tu te le an mani shrai tu te in zavain Directorate of AYUSH mingin zana chipai kabu ka seu Social and Welfare and Women and Child Development te AYUSH Department te hi kumri tak kan lo thok ho to thina kumina phe chuan hei the addiction chungsanga training te campaign te kan han nei howa Tribal Youth Affairs te kan han nei howa tin kum upatan elderly program te voi duai lo program kan lo nei ho to a voi ni disability persons with disability ta na program ropui tak hetianga hun tha platform tha min siam sakhi kan lom le a tin AYUSH hi atoi te in ka soi to nga AYUSH hi thil panga lampu mania A for Ayurveda, Y kha yoga and naturopathy, U kha unani, S kha sidania, H kha homeopathy ania kha treatment sang hemi kan treatment modern treatment lang long ti lova India ina pompui treatment kan lai mek India ina achoi lar mek ania voina hian Directorate sang nei to in chu tiang chuan in entir turin in entir theina voina hian kan hongdo na chu mi pui ron kal zong ten kan nau te le kan mi hruai te zong ne na kan mamo ang te doctor te ne in entir theina tur hun kan buat sai lo chim ula chuan voinia in dam felvek lo the ti chuan civil hospital aizola te le mun sang in entir na oma te lo chunjom zel turin kan cha du chewa taksar har sarna awanga mi thei ang thei velo kan ni po in lainat na te siathiam na te kan donga medical lama diagnosis te kan don te hi le treatment kan don te hi kan indu saka enkol na le puina voina po hian tam tak hei ALIMCO le NILD te mang te pon kan dong zel don ani a disability nei hian ability tam tak kan nei ve thawani ti kha inshiat kan ngaya mi big ni na hei kovela chuan disabled person na kan ngai mi tam tak mi big kan nei ani tuna po hian keni office apo hen kan superintendent hi pian phunga hetianga disability nei hi nia ama ro chu ama tang hian sarkara achan vodik tak te hi aron claim chuak ngama ama tangin thiltam takan office hian kan zir chuak ka chutiang mi chu in ni ve thei ve kani ti kha karon soi dua mi big ni na kan nei thewa chu chu kan hai chuak thau turin kan in som do a tin indom kun mai lova in khongai mai lova be se na nung nei reng turin mani din ngun pom thiam kha angain kan ria mani dik na le chan vo tha kan nei te sarkar ale khotlanga lua thei tura mani kan zalen taka midang bula lenga nun mang thei turin in enkol theu turin voina program mang tu te kan in soma asap tungin thil pakhat soi vela disability is a part of human diversity antia chuta chun mishing nam sang sang kan omang che hian pathia din du taka asiam kan ni ti hi pian phunga har satna nei hei vo big voina local te telve theina munma te siam te har satna nei an thiam na le an shiat na te an tho ve theina le an din mun pom na huna kan ram hi kan siam the ni ti kha helaya sarkar na thok zong zong kan thian te le kan tho pui te pok kan in shil shele ni se voin hun nuam taka mang thau turin du sakna kan in la ne kalome
Dr. Lalko Ngairal te Assistant Director Directorate of AYUSH chunga lom thu kan soye tuna chuan presentation kan en hoin kan clear hawanga hemi boy puya presentation ron nei turin SELCO Foundation ni lo somang u.
Good morning. I'm going to be speaking in English, so please spare me for non-English speakers. I'll try to go as slow and comprehensible as possible. Before I start, I would like to thank honorable chief guests, our guest of honor, and all the delegates who have come to have this wonderful presence for celebrating Disability Day today. And I would also like to thank Directorate of Social Welfare for giving us the opportunity to collaborate for this event today. And lastly, would like to thank our co-organizers, NILD, ALIMCO, ZTP, and AYUSH for your wonderful teamwork in making this event happen today. So before I begin about what is SELCO Foundation and what we are doing with PWD, I'll just broadly, next. So we are an NGO based in Bangalore. We are currently working across 10 states in India, majorly in Northeast. We started in Mizoram in 2023. And we work across two themes, that is livelihood and health sector. How we work is we try to catalyze different stakeholders who are providing solutions, stakeholders like government who are promoting policies, schemes, stakeholders like banks who can make bank linkages, stakeholders like innovators who are creating solutions for the purpose of benefiting end users. Now, type of end users are some of the vulnerable groups like persons with disabilities, self-help groups, individual entrepreneurs, or group-based entrepreneurs. And across sectors, we work in agriculture, animal husbandry, textiles, even with vulnerable institutions like rehab centers and all that. One way how we do it is there is always a tech attached to it in implementing these solutions. When we are saying tech, it is combinations of technologies and solar solutions. So whatever we try to promote is we are trying to promote clean energy solutions while giving support and enhancing livelihood and health sector. Next. So coming to this, some of the data may not be very relevant, so I apologize if some of the data may not be so much relevant, but this is based on what I could find from sources, from some secondary sources. What we have, this is what we have identified about what is the current socio-economic landscape of, let's just take this out. So I'm sure many of us who are present here, since we are all actively working with PWDs, we already know in and out about some of this context, but I'm still just refreshing some of our memory. Why we are showing this ecosystem landscape is, broadly summarizing it, we know PWDs, they constitute about barely 15% of the total population in Mizoram. 15% can be about less than 16,000 population altogether in the entire state. Now, we see many of the schools and NGOs and societies who are actively working for PWDs in terms of literacy, in terms of access to health and well-being. We also see there are like government and NGO support. Government, there are schemes like from social welfare who are trying to give them access to accessories, tools, aids for PWDs. But out of all this activity, whatever is happening, how are we tapping whether PWDs are able to be independent? Are they able to contribute to the economy? Are they just going to school, getting literate, and are they employable? Whatever skills that they are learning at schools, are they getting jobs with them? Are they able to come up with their own business? So that's what we see, one of the slight missing link. There is active advocacy happening, but there is not so much economic contribution, neither business that is being started up by the PWDs. Next. So what we try to do, as initially I began by saying how SELCO work, we try to connect whoever the stakeholders are already there in the system. Based on your existing expertise or resources you have, like government has this XYZ expertise, hospitals or organizations like AYUSH who is giving healthcare, people like ALIMCO who is already making products that is meant for PWDs. Now can we look into customizing all these different entities, connecting all these different entities and make this system whole. Like SELCO is coming here, we'll also come in here with our own resources. How can we sit together and brainstorm these different expertise and resources we have in order to make persons with disability, be it group or an individuals, truly independent and not dependent on government schemes and aids. Next. So very quick snapshot of what we have done so far. Our PWD program we began very recently. We started technically, I would say, in April this year. This financial year is what we have started. So far we have conducted like state level stakeholder meeting wherein we had brainstormed and learned what are the challenges faced by different PWD stakeholders and NGOs working towards PWD promotion, government who are working towards enhancement of PWDs, And we had brought in some expertise who have already done like great work in terms of economical development for PWDs from outside the state. And we have conducted so far roughly about 10 awareness and exposure visits. So when we are talking about exposure visits, we have some successful entrepreneur sites that we have done in other states. So anyone who is, be it any one of you who is interested to take up and get an understanding of what SELCO have done in other states with PWDs, we are happy to connect you with them. And we have implemented about 8 piloted sites so far within Klang Nuam in Aizawl district. Some of the entrepreneurs themselves are also in this event today. We will see some of the stalls put up in the exhibition today. These piloted sites, they entail solutions like someone have started, this is a person with intellectual disability who have started printing and Xerox services, and there is a person, this is a caretaker who is supporting the daughter in running a shop, and that shop entails like petty shop, solar lighting and cooling solutions. There is another person who is visually impaired. He is running a sugarcane juicer himself. And another type of solution is, it's an automated sewing machine instead of the manual, because manual takes a lot of drudgery, a lot of manual work involved. Lastly, this financial year, our initial target was 50. I think we are going to cross that target. We are happy to take in more candidates. How to go about, how to enroll for this scheme, there is more detail if you go in the exhibition. You can get those details. So there are about 48 PWD entrepreneurs who are currently in the pipeline, who are expected to get their business ready by December. Next. Broadly, this is some of the selection criteria on what kind of disability we support who wants to take direct business themselves, and how do we support their caregivers. In terms of locomotor disability, we are suggesting to be about less than 50% disability, and of course it will have like the medical certificate or the UDID certificate. And another is with visually impaired. There is no criteria required, 10%, 100% visual impaired, no criteria requirement. And thirdly, you have people with low hearing or speech impairment. Again, there is no specific percentage of disability requirement. They can also avail these schemes. And lastly, we have for caregivers. Caregivers are like the main engine of the PWDs. So we have identified, instead of there could be disabled person or community who is heavily dependent on caregivers, right? And when it comes to caregivers, it can be physical dependency, it can be financial dependency. So instead, if the person of a disabled person cannot work, we can also directly support the caregiver. And there is, this is what we have mapped so far. The current ecosystem stakeholders, who are basically the stakeholders who are actively working with PWDs, maybe a very limited list here. At a government and policy maker, we know that the Directorate of Social Welfare is like already doing like immense work in supporting the persons with disabilities. You'll see question mark in each one of them. Are there more? You know, so, and second, we have the grassroots and grassroots mobilizer like ZEP. We have like schools and society like Rhythm, Gilead, etc. And again, are there more? And thirdly, there we are also bringing in expertise from national aspects. These are sort of champions who have already done like impactful work for the persons with disabilities. Can we bring those? We are already connected with some of them. We can bring in more of those people so that we can also learn from what they have done. And we have clean energy tech as I said, when we are disseminating solutions, it comes in two parts. One is technology, one is the solar bits, because we are promoting clean energy, right? So we have this local vendor MedTech, so that somewhere wherever there is a dissemination of clean technology or be it machinery or be it solar, can they be localized? And if they don't exist, can we create them? So that anything to do after post-sale service is available. And next. So as I said, this is limited based on only our 8 months of working for PWD. And we are also still learning about the ecosystem. And we know there are both pros and cons, but how do we bring next? How do we, Veni next? So in short, what I'm trying to say is we are just one piece in the system, and the whole system needs all of our energy, all of your energy to power up the system. So I would like to conclude my session with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Usmat Sakma from SELCO Foundation. Thank you for your insightful presentation, and thank you for your contribution towards different livelihood sectors within the different government departments, organizations, and for the people of Mizoram by implementing decentralized renewable energy. Tunat Swan Kwalian, Tusoy Turin kan Somdo na nga, Pilarin Pui kan Minister Zaomtak, Voin International Day for Persons with Disabilities Puala Kalkomte address to rin nilaw somang
Kan kwal zaom pivanal digisailo. Chairperson Mizoram State Commission for Disabilities. Pulal Nunlua, Additional Secretary Social Welfare Department, Dr. Lal Khongairan The, Assistant Director AYUSH Misante, Ms. Sarju Moirang Them, Officer in Charge, NILD Regional Center, Te, officials from SELCO Foundations, ALIMCO, Enable India, Special Schools, Shang Shangazilai, Naupang Tele, Voin Local Com Zong Zong Te, in the Vain, Vo Big Teni, Tibaikabuk Chau. Voina hianin vo big local zong te banin partiang le kamudu tlat chewni avan lom em kan van kal thatak em alom na kutin beng le shim tiang zolte local emo zolte local nange alam thiam berwain chu local lo ni mo Voina hian hei SELCO Foundation te Mizoram tan na satakin ha an thoka tuna hian WCD Department a Anganwadi Center shang te solar panel minti sakle dona tin PC somngale paria ta te CHC ate le district hospital ate solar panel min siam saka tin chu ba ka civil hospital a son apheresis khol noi somnga le pariat man min pe boka SELCO Foundation ten voina po he contribution ron neya an na tho sang te kan han ngai tha arau puye ma an tan kutin beng le lok tiang chuan kum sang khale zakwa live vera tang to khan technology lama khovel ma son na hi athang na sa zwal ema kum somlikal ta computer age akan luatang phe kha chuan ma son na hi azwanin azwang ani de uber to ani chuwang chuanin tuna phe chuan AI ti shelo zong ban phar tiang Artificial Intelligence ti kan soi chho fo to thina la shelo te kan omani mo kong sang a hian kan soi na sa to ema AI khovelin min chia chho to ni hetiang taka machine ten technology tun lai thiam na manga ma kan son lai hian kan machine puite ne na kan chen ho na kong social life a po hian technology hian danglam na min thlen na sa to em ani tun lai no pangat phechu phone khoi na sa phone na in om tleite kan tam em to a chumi ina a shen tel pakha chu autistic nau pangte an lo pung chho na sa ta em ani mishing te hi social animal kan ni tian soi thina chu wang tak chuan technology lama ma son na sa tak kan nei hi atok lawa kan mishing puite ne na kan chen ho na tho ho na kong social life a ma son na te in tluk tlan na te mi zong huap zo society kan nei chho zel chuan kan nei chho zel lo chuan eng development ma hi atluan tling tak thelo ni china pima digena soi ang khan World Disabilities Day te kan mangwar chho tol to a mishing kan chang kang zela kan pian pui u nau ten ni awangin an mani ngai pui mo na ana sa tol to a chumi wang chuanin Mizoram a po hian mana sa takin kan son ani Social Welfare Department hi engwanga loading nge an ni a officer le staff te hi eng tutur sarkarin alak nge kan ni a engwanga sarkarin voin ni ang te buat sai thin nge ani a social special school te po thei to pa boy pui kan ni ti kan ni zot non fo hi apoi mo a kan din chan le na kan tho chan bul pui hi kan riat thal le theu apoi mo ni boina hian ke ma nge po vo big te tan minister kani ani in tan thok tu kani kan zawa in kan department zong te tu na hian sarkar po in na sa takin ma ala chawa mi pui ina an dor thin hun tam tak sarkar office te damdo in te biak in te mun sang hian vo big te tan an kalve the na tur wheelchair a an kalve the mai na tur hi a omem ti kan check renga a om lo piang te chu ti turin kan sil thina ni tin chu baka nalak don rengin za zela pathum chu disability te tan da shan tur big ania mani lo ka khanin group D somle pasari kan ladona advertisement khan lo chwaringot me min shil lo khan PWD quota enga tinge inda lo katia ti chuanin kan kota kan advertisement zong chu kanore ti le veka website an dat pon da tha ti chuan PWD quota pakhat kan da pakhat kan la ta nge ani ti chuanin heng zong mi huap zo thei ma son na tluan tling thlau thak big om lo ma son na kan nei the na turin social welfare department chuan NGO sang te ne na tang kopin ma kan la mek ani hetiang malak na kara hian vo big te zinga po ma son na te phur na thar te be se na nung te athleng na sale zwalin kan sia kan lom hle a blind spots a te lom man sang khon thei kan han nei te kha min ti chang tlung tu le min ti ma son tu ro pui takania thei top chwa zel turin ma son na tluan tling nei turin ke kan pen chho zel a pui mo ni mani lo khan odisha khopui bhubaneswara CSR conclave an neya chumia chuan khwal za om ni turin min som ve a kazuk tel pui ve a heta hian regional technology transfer office in incubation center atanga thil an siam chwa sang kha evaluation le monitoring committee meeting an nei na khanin a clear tua kan lo tang ve a hlok thak hle maya he meeting a hian health sector lam le disability sector lam khan kamit alale zwala an technology ron chop chwa te kha ka it em maya chumi zinga pakhat social welfare lama chuan infrared manga middle tiang anon siam chwa smart walking stick phei chu kamit ala ema torchlight terote hetiang tiat pelek khenia ti hianin ki pang kan ti china aron vibrate ta mola kalna tur wak zeu ngai ang thin kha angai to don lawani chu Mizoram middle zong te hian an nei thena turin CSR kan dil don ani sarkar chuan theito pin kan ti tur kan ti chhowe zela chu ti rual chuan khotlanga kan chen hone thil kan ti ni khwa hian keima ni ina kan chei bole ruam man na kan siamate kaushan ate pathian kan bia khona te hian ril rule taksa har set na wanga rual ban lote ban phak akan oma pai mo ema kan ti ne plo poi mo a kan ngai poi mo an ngaya kan vo bik te an ni ti hi kan lan chwa tir de he poi mo ani mishing hlutak an ni anga an ni na tura par chhuak thei tur chuan kong tin renga an the na lai mu pui thiam angaya an telve the na rem chang siam sakhi mi zong te mo phurna ni ka ngai to thina chung kotam taka vo bik te kan neya an mani en kol na konga hian an burnt out chang te po om thin karinga ni chung te po chu kan in fui thara mangai an tul na te kan sia tir thar fo he poi mo department lama kan disability changtu te poin motivation program te po hi an bua saive fo hi atul he in ka sia ani chuti lai mek chuan kan vo bik te po ka han cha du chu vo bik in ni na hi chuan lam rem chang mang lovin in theina zona nasale zwala tanin laka in theina zona ti tak zeta ma son thei tura zirna lamate thil chi sang sports lamate intran angai em ani hei MIA sapo va kan nei mani luka MCA sapo khan pakhat PWD kan nei boka khatiang khan akwata omzela inti theito ka hian sang taka in thleng thea top official in di the ni ti kha ka somin ka shilnon du chewa voina vo big local khom zong ten nangma ni anianga hlim taka mang turin le tumru na thar ne na khovel ma son turin ka som ve ka cheu kalome
Pilarin pui kan minister zom tak voina kan khwalian sunga lom thu kan soi tak zeta mundanga te zinin nimin lamtlai to taka te ron thleng chawa chu ti sung chuan voin hun ngai poi moina hun chep tak kara ahun min pek hewai na chunga lom thu kan soya vo big te tana minister kani ti te kha alom om kan tan chuan voina kan nia khatiang thu kan han sha te kan minister ka changin kan lom ema ani po du sakna kan hlana hrisel na that tak nen kan tan na sataka thok chun zom zel turin kan som bokani chuanin athumin cha te po shia dreng kan tum donya zom tu ni cheu kan tum donya. And now may I invite P. Sarju Moirang Them, Officer in Charge NILDRC, to deliver her vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to wish everyone present here a very happy International Day for Person with Disabilities. Kai mani jo Mizoram thiam lo wagin sabtrong in soimiang. First of all, I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, P. Dawrpui, Honorable Minister, Social Welfare, Women and Child Development Department, for gracing the occasion as a chief guest, and also for her insightful and informative she has given today about all the welfare of the persons with disabilities which the government of Mizoram is going to give. Next, I would like to give my thanks to our guest of honor, P. Vanlal Diki Silo, the State Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities. She is a very, very active in the welfare for persons with disabilities, and we are very happy to have her as our State Commissioner. And thank you very much, ma'am, for all the activities which you have done for the PWDs. Next, I would like to thank Pulal Nunlua, the Additional Secretary, Social Welfare and Women and Child Development for his welcome address. Next, I would like to give my thanks to Pastor F. Lalming Thanga Dawrpui, Pastor Bial, for his devotional prayer. Next, I would like to give thanks to all the officials who have attended come to attend this program. P. John Unthari, Joint Secretary from Social Welfare and Women and Child Development. P. Caroline, Joint Director, Social Welfare. Dr. Lal Khongei Rentlei, Assistant Director and CEO, Directorate of AYUSH. Next, I would like to give my thanks to all the participants, PWDs from various NGOs and schools of Mizoram, Gilead Special School, the Mizoram Blind Society, Shining Star Special School, Ipatha School, Society of Mizoram for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Special Blind School, Redeem Garden School. Redeem Garden School, I would like to give a special thanks for arranging the rally from Millennium Center to Dawrpui Multipurpose Hall today before the commencement of this program. Next, I would like to give my thanks to MDPO, JEP for arranging the panel discussion and talk show in the DDK and AIR. I would like also to give my thanks to AYUSH for the free clinic, which is being organized downstairs. ALIMCO for the stall and assessment camp, which is being organized downstairs. Other NGOs like SCI and PLW Mizoram, the Differently Able Society. And also I would like to give my thanks to SELCO Foundation for arrangement of the stalls and for the t-shirt which has been distributed to all the participants today. Thank you. And also I will give a special thanks to Usma Chakma from SELCO Foundation for a nice presentation regarding the activities of SELCO. I would also like to give my thanks to Miss Miriami, the sign language interpreter, who has done a good work in doing the interpretation of the whole program. Next, I would like to give my thanks to the students from the Shrangbana College who are acting as volunteer and helping us in the organization of the program. Lastly, I would like to thank the organizers, mainly the social welfare team, P. Gracie and her team, and from ALIMCO, from SELCO Foundation, and NILD staffs, NILD RCISO staff. Thank you for the cooperation between and organizing such a beautiful program. Lastly, but not the least, I would like to thank all the PWDs, the students who have come to attend this program. This is your day, and I would like to wish you that you enjoy this day to your fullest. Thank you so much.
Pisaju Moirang Them, Officer in Charge, National Institute of Locomotor Disabilities, Regional Center, Tsunga Lom Thukan. So yeah.